What is happening, everybody?
Everybody.
Is this wild?
Is this wild?
This is pretty wild right now. Oh my goodness!
Oh my
Thank
goodness.
you.
Thank you all.
Thank you
so
all
much for being
so
here.
much
For
for
being
being
here.
here. My head
My
truly
head
is about
truly
to
is
spin off,
about to spin off.
and for a lot of reasons, honestly.
But truthfully,
I want to just take a
I want
moment,
to just take
if
a
I
moment,
could.
if I could.
And I'm only going to do this
And
once.
I'm only going to do
I'm
this
not going to do
once.
this every
I'm
time.
not going to do this
but
every
I
time.
think that it's
But I
important
think that it's important
to really just take a moment to say some things out loud, things that I think that we all already fully understand, but I'm going to feel a whole lot better if I can just say them out loud real quick. I've got notes. This has been stressing me out since I decided that I was going to do this stream, and I'm not kidding you, and probably before that too. And but really like trying to think of what I want to say to actually express what it is that I mean to say. I don't know how to do that without talking for 2 hours, which is I know not why you're all here. Um, but I made notes, but I just want to reference them. I don't want to read them. So I guess mainly what I want to say is that I keep seeing what took so long. What took you so long? Finally, like you. My goodness, we've been waiting for you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And but I want to just point out real quick that you have your perspective of all of this, and then I have my perspective, which I can assure you is very, very different than almost everybody else that is watching this. So today marks the 15-year anniversary of the release of Red Dead Redemption, which means, and yeah, I mean, awesome, right? So awesome. Um, that means that probably 17 and a half years ago, my life changed in such a profound way. Um, of course, I have no idea what my life would be like if I didn't have this opportunity. But I did have it, and I try to explain to people that it's almost like I won the lottery, but it's somehow so much better than that. Um, I've had some of the coolest experiences, not not just working with Rockstar Games, which I will talk more about that. Obviously, there's a lot of time to expand on what I'm saying right now, but to learn what I learned there, experience what I experienced there, be surrounded by probably the best people who do what they do in the entire world. That's a pretty incredible experience. Um, the friends that I've made along the way, not only at Rockstar Games but also castmates. Um, but I think more than anything, the only reason that you know who I am is because I got to play the role of John Marston in this Red Dead Redemption series, and there's no way for me to fully express my appreciation for the opportunity. There's no way for me to thank everyone who's involved, um, whether you were actually contributing to the game or you are a fan of the game or you're part of the community now that contributes so much and really has expanded this into something that is so much bigger than I think anybody could have ever hoped for. And thank God it's a really cool place with really cool people who are really talented and willing to share. It's such a cool thing that all of you have come up with and interact with, and I'm so happy that I can be part of that. Um, but anybody could have been booked for the role of John Marston. Anybody. It happened to be me. I did not write one word of the script, and I will talk about this more, but I didn't fully understand what the story was even really about until almost the end of the work that I did on Red Dead Redemption. Again, I'll talk more about that, but I think more than anything, what I want you to understand right now is that by me doing this, by me sitting down and streaming myself do a playthrough of Red Dead Redemption, I recognize that I'm shining a huge spotlight directly on me. And I think that because I have such an appreciation for the opportunity that I was given, and I have such a respect for everybody that was involved in the entire process, it's been very difficult for me to say, yeah, I'll do that. I'll make it all about me. It's not, and it never has been. If you could see all the people who contributed to John Marston, I would be sitting in a stadium right now that would have probably thousands of people sitting behind me. That's no joke. I'm fully aware of that. You need to be fully aware of that too. They gave me the script. I memorized my lines. I went in and performed them the best that I could possibly do. But there's so much more to what you see when you watch and play Red Dead Redemption than what I provided. So much more. So I'm doing this because people have asked me to do it for a long, long time. It's been 15 years since the game came out, so I feel safe. Fingers crossed, I feel safe that I am not stepping on anybody's toes by doing this right now. I think this is going to be fun. That's what it's meant to be. It's meant to be fun. This is not about me trying to take the spotlight. There's really no way for me to do that. But I know that, again, I know that everyone recognizes all these things that I've said, but it really makes me feel better to say it out loud. This is about all of us. I happen to provide the voice and the performance capture for this character. You played the game. You controlled the guy. The reason you loved your experience, your unique experience playing the game, is because you had creative control too. So, yeah, I got to play the role. You played the game. You wrote your own story. All these things I fully recognize. And I just wanted to take a moment to really point that out. I recognize that. This is about everybody. Everybody who was there working on the games and everybody who played the games. This is about everybody. So, thank you all for kind of pushing me over the edge and having me finally do this. It's going to be fun. I've not played it. I have not played the game. And we will find out right now if I'm going to have um, I'm going through the segs. I guess you could see that too, right? Yeah, we're gonna do normal. We're gonna do normal, not hardcore to start. That would be crazy, wouldn't it? That would just be bonkers. So, okay, so create a new save game. Let's do that. This game has an autosave feature, which is on by default. No, I don't want to turn that off. No, I do not. I will say, I don't know. I really don't know. I can't hear the game. I can't hear the game. So, Amelia, look at this. Amelia is awesome.
Hey, watch it, mister. Read all about it. Bill Williamson's gang terrorized
for one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently. The Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other. And who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.